Hey everyone, and welcome to Hexagonal Healing. I'm Dr. Richard Abele, or Dr. A as my patients tend to call me, and this is a channel where we're going to explore a whole new way of thinking about health, blending functional medicine, AI, and a unique model I've developed called Hexagonal Healing. If you've ever felt like the healthcare system is letting you down, or you're ready to dig deeper into what true wellness really means, you're in the right place. Every doctor has a moment when they realize the system they were trained in just isn't enough. For me, that moment hit during my medical residency. I'd been schooled in the traditional Western medicine playbook. Diagnose the disease, prescribe the treatment, target the symptoms. It sounded logical, clean, and straightforward. High blood pressure? Here's a pill to lower it. Infection? Antibiotics. At first I bought into it. It felt like we were solving problems, putting out fires. But the deeper I got into my practice, the more I saw the cracks. I'd follow the guidelines to a T, prescribe exactly what the textbook said, and yet so many of my patients weren't getting better. Sure, their symptoms might calm down for a bit, but they weren't healing. Not really. They weren't thriving. I'd see people come in with chronic fatigue, mysterious aches, digestive troubles, or mood swings, and I'd hand them the standard treatments, often pills. For a while, it looked like it worked, but then they'd be back, weeks, months later, with the same issues, or worse, new ones. Some were juggling 5 or 6 medications, and still, they were suffering. It hit me. We weren't fixing anything. We were just managing the flames, never finding the source. The turning point came one night during a long hospital shift. I was treating a patient named Susan, middle-aged, admitted for severe chest pain. She had a history of heart disease and was the picture of compliance. Took her meds religiously, watched her diet, exercised regularly. By all accounts, we were doing everything right. Yet there she was, in the ER again, her condition worsening. I remember sitting with her chart, feeling this wave of frustration, like, what are we missing here? Then I started talking to her, really talking. Susan opened up about her life. She'd lost her husband the year before, was caring for aging parents, and was grinding through a demanding job. The emotional stress was crushing her, and suddenly it clicked. Her heart wasn't just failing physically, it was tied to the weight she was carrying emotionally. That night changed everything for me. I realized true healing doesn't come from treating symptoms in isolation. The body, mind, and spirit, they're all connected. We can't patch up one part and ignore the rest. We weren't addressing the root causes of illness. We were just chasing the effects, and that wasn't enough. That moment with Susan sent me down a rabbit hole. I started questioning everything I'd learned in medical school. Don't get me wrong. Modern medicine is incredible for emergencies and acute problems, but chronic diseases, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, mental health struggles, those are different beasts. Complex, messy, rooted in more than just one cause. I needed answers, so I turned to other systems: traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, functional medicine, naturopathy. What I found blew me away. These ancient traditions got something we'd lost sight of. Health is about balance. The body's a system, an interconnected web, and when one part's off, the whole thing feels it. I started looking at my patients differently, asking new questions. How's your stress? Your relationships? What's your diet like? How do you sleep? And the patterns were undeniable. chronic back pain that vanished when someone tackled their emotional baggage, diabetes patients cutting insulin by tweaking their diet and adding meditation. Stress was a silent killer, showing up in fatigue, pain, gut issues, you name it. The more I saw, the clearer it became. We need a bigger picture. That's when I developed Hexagonal Healing. It's a model I built from the ground up, blending the wisdom of these ancient systems with the best of modern science. Picture a hexagon, 6 sides, 6 dimensions of health, all equally vital, all influencing each other. First, there's spiritual health, your sense of purpose, your connection to something bigger. It doesn't have to be religious. It's about knowing why you're here and feeling tied to the world around you. Next, emotional health, how you process and express what you feel. Then, mental health, the power of your thoughts. Your mindset shapes your body. Positive thinking and mindfulness can shift everything. We've also got social health, your relationships, your community. Strong connections boost your well-being. Isolation drags it down. Environmental health is huge too. The air you breathe, the food you eat, the toxins around you. A healthy environment isn't optional. It's foundational. And finally, physical health, diet, exercise, sleep, medical care. It's the most obvious piece, but it doesn't work alone. If one of these 6 is out of whack, the whole system tilts. Think of it like this. Emotional stress might give you headaches or gut trouble. A junk diet can fog your brain and sap your energy. It's all linked. Hexagonal healing isn't about treating disease. It's about creating wellness, restoring balance across all 6 dimensions so you don't just survive but thrive. Here on Hexagonal Healing, we're diving into all of this and more. We'll unpack how functional medicine digs into root causes, how AI is revolutionizing health insights, and how you can apply the hexagonal model to your own life. You'll hear real stories, patients who've transformed their health by addressing the whole picture, not just the symptoms. Practical tips, cutting-edge science, and a little ancient wisdom. It's all coming your way. We're at a tipping point. Chronic illness is overwhelming millions, and the old system's failing us. But I believe we can shift the game, from managing disease to building vitality. That's what this channel's about, and I want you with me. So, subscribe right now. Don't miss out. Drop a comment below. What's your health struggle? What do you want to explore? Let's figure it out together. This is Hexagonal Healing, where we're redefining wellness, one person at a time. I'll see you in the next video. Let's make health whole again.